Today we're going to review the Bowflex 3.1S as well as the adjustable Bowflex dumbbells, the 52.5 pound. I'll have to ask my partner here to move so I can show the different positions that the bench can go in. So these are the 52.5 pound dumbbells. The way they work is you turn these wheels and then whatever setting you have, like 15 and 15, oops, went the long way, will give you 15 pounds total. And there's a chart in the manual if you want to go, 10 and 15. It's not just 12.5. There's a chart that you can follow. And so every time you make an adjustment, it lifts off a different section of plates based on what you've selected. So they're pretty cool. Traditionally you would have weights from 10, 15, 20, and they would go in 5 pound increments, but a section of these will go in 2.5 pound increments, so that you can have, sometimes you're lifting 20 pounds and 25 is too much, so you got that 22.5 in there that you can see. And I really like that for just having a little bit more and not being at risk of lifting too much for a particular exercise. It's pretty basic how they're attached to the base. They come with this plastic base, I believe, without the frame. So you would have the weights and the base. But when you buy it with the frame, it basically just includes this little strap here. And it's just got a buckle. And it just buckles on. And that's how it's basically held there. You'll notice when I take the weight out that the plates are all separate, and when they're attached to the dumbbell, they're not exactly solid. Like, they do have a little bit of wiggle. When I first bought them, I thought that little bit of jiggle would bother me, but I don't really notice it when I'm doing the set. So I did think it would be a concern when I first bought them, but it doesn't bother me at all. And I don't find that it's dangerous or in any way they don't feel like they're going to fall off or anything. It's just the fact that they just move a little bit. Whereas if you're used to traditional dumbbells, then they're usually solid. So you wouldn't have that wiggle in them. But unless you're really throwing the weight around, you're not going to notice it at all. If you're just doing controlled sets, then you're not going to notice that it's jiggling or anything like that. I like the footprint that they have. They don't take up much room in my basement here in my small gym. They come with this little spot for your phone. They call it the media stand. I don't really use it, but it's handy. If you were going to put a tablet there and some type of entertainment for your workout, you could use it for that. The base is really solid. It's a really good build quality. The maximum that the weight goes up to is 52.5 pounds, and that's total. So it's not 52 per side, it's 52 total. I don't really see myself needing more than 52. Even if I'm doing like a heavy chest set, I just do more reps myself. And if I need heavier weight, I think they make like 100-pound version of the adjustable dumbbells. So overall, they really suit my needs. I'm not like a massive guy. I don't need 100-pound dumbbells. Maybe someday, but for now, the 52.5 is plenty, and I'm not gonna hurt myself. So that's pretty much it for the dumbbells. Now I'll move on to the bench. I didn't buy them together though. I bought the dumbbells at Costco in Canada, and I bought the bench at Canadian Tire. So this is the 3.1S bench from Bowflex. I had to buy it as a set with the dumbbells and the bench just for, I don't know, resale value. I like to have things matching. It's got 4 different positions. So you can go all the way up, which, to be honest, I find this is almost too straight up. So benches I've been on before, they're actually more like this in the vertical position rather than like really, really straight. So that could be like just a preference thing for other people, but it's definitely vertical as far as, you know, calling it a vertical position. It's truly vertical. Then you've got the incline position. It's easy to adjust. And then obviously the flat position and the decline position. You can also just lift the seat up, and then you can do a decline set, and you can put your feet on this little support right here. Go all the way back for your decline set, and yeah. So what you can do for the stowage position is when you've got it down in the decline here, I'll show this little red latch. When you bring it down to the decline position, there's this little red latch that hooks on there, and that secures it. Then at the front, you just push the little button, lift that straight up, and then you can just lift it up, and you've got it in a stowed position, and now you've got more room for activities. It's also got wheels on the bottom on one end of it, so that when it's halfway to the stowed position, you can kind of wheel it around the room, and you can just do it with one hand. You're not going to need someone else to help you move it or anything like that. It's got these rubber pads as well to cover the metal parts so that you don't scratch the floor. Overall, it's a pretty solid bench. I don't really feel like it's gonna wiggle on me or anything like that when I get in to do a set. So, get back. Feels pretty solid. It's not all over the place or anything like that. So it feels really stable, like what you would expect in a good weight bench. It's really pretty basic for what it is. I like the simplicity of it. It's not too heavy to move around. And as you can see, my gym is just a little corner here, and I can really do most workouts that I want to do. I don't feel like I'm missing out on a whole lot. I don't have the space for a big squat rack or anything like that. So for me, it's lots of weight and lots of bench for the workouts that I do. I say it's a good product. If you like the review and you want to see more, like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions. I get an email when the comments come in, so I can usually answer within a day or so. And yeah, thanks for watching.